welcome everyone. I'm your host Arfa Ashik Ali. Welcome to all of you to another exciting and interesting episode of SOE Podcast. Our guest of today is a really respectable woman who's an influencer, international space consultant, successful business owner, coach of Olympic hopefuls in the sport of gymnastics. Moreover, she's graduated summa cum laude from Harvard with a master's degree in international relations with a focus on NASA and the US space program. In 2019, Allyson was nominated by her professor as Harvard's Emerging Leader of the Year. So please welcome Ma'am Allyson Reneau.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me at SOE Podcast.
Welcome. So good morning, ma'am. How has been now?
Everything has been great today. I've enjoyed touring the school and seeing your amazing classrooms and meeting your students.
Thank you. So I have some questions. So shall we start?
We shall.
According to you, how can we promote the entrepreneurship mindset among today's digital world students?
The amazing thing that you have that I didn't have when I was younger is the internet. And because of the internet, you can interact with people all over the world in friendships and in business. And entrepreneurship is simply taking something you love, your passion, and turning it into a business that can make money. That's simply all that it is. And I think what we need to let Pakistani people know is they're amazing in technology, skill, hard work, and that they can compete on a global scale. And this is what I keep telling people in Pakistan. You're more amazing than you know. And you don't have to wait until you're 25 or 30 to begin a business online. You can begin at 14, 16, 18. In fact, I'm here because of a young entrepreneurial mindset 11-year-old who reached out to me on Facebook in June of last year. So it's never, because you're young doesn't mean you have to wait. I encourage every Pakistani to follow your passion, follow your dream, and turn it into income for yourself.
Yes. How did you start your journey? Who motivated you towards business?
I'm a mother of 11 biological children. And, as a mother, you learn how to be organized, you learn how to plan, you learn how to make a budget. You learn so many things when you're a mother that apply to business. But as I began to get older, I had a feeling in my heart that there was more for me. Maybe there's more to my life than just being a housewife and a mother. And for me, the journey began with starting my education. And I started my education at the age of 50. At that point, I just had a regular high school education. And this journey of getting my bachelor's and also then my master's at Harvard in international relations is what really changed my life.
Can you share some of the most exciting projects you've worked on?
I'm so glad you asked. I have two in mind. My most exciting project recently is, I'm sure you've heard of the Amazon rainforest, or the Amazon jungle.
Yes.
And in the side of the rainforest are many, many tribes that are primitive, that have been living the same way for thousands of years, living off the land with no electricity, no running water. But I received a message from a powerful chief in the rainforest. Can you bring us Starlink internet? And I say, why? Why would you want internet to disrupt your beautiful life you have right now? And he said, we need it for communication. We can't talk to each other. We need it for healthcare, telemedicine. We have no healthcare. And third, we have no education for our children. So I decided to raise the money for 20 SpaceX Starlink satellite dishes and have them shipped to Brazil. And after they arrived, the chief said, come to Brazil, come into the jungle with me, and let's deliver them face to face with the leaders of the tribes. So I went to Brazil, and I made this difficult and arduous journey into the jungle where there's big snakes, big jaguars, spiders, dangers everywhere. It's hot and very, very difficult. And the first day, we walked 35 kilometers in the jungle, over rivers on just one post, taking these satellite dishes. We have no food with us, no water. We're just living off the water in the river or whatever fish we catch. But it was a privilege to go into this world where most people are never welcome, who've never seen this life. And the people there were so gracious just like people in Pakistan or anywhere in the world, people are the same. They were kind, they were moral, they were treated me with great value, and I was able to give them a gift that with the technology that can change their life for the good. So this is one of my most exciting projects. Second one is, I'm sure you saw just maybe last week that there was a spacecraft that landed on the moon for the first time. A private spacecraft, a private company, not a government. And this is a business startup I'm a part of since 2019. And I'm on the board of advisors for this company that did this historic project. And of course, it was a team. It always is, of people that made it happen. So these are, I think, the two most exciting projects on my mind right now.
Okay. Can you share any tips for aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to start their own business?
I think it's very important that you study the principles of business. And the principles of business are simple. You have to have money to start. You have to have a budget. You can't overspend, right? Being an entrepreneur also teaches you to evolve and to change and to study the market. What does the market want? Maybe you're trying to sell something that nobody wants. Then you need to pivot and you need to change. So I think really for me, being an entrepreneur has made me a better person. You have to be open to criticism. You have to be open to change. And you have to learn to respect your customers and listen to them.
Yes. Since being a biological mother of 11 kids, how did you manage to cultivate ethics among your children in this fast-running era?
Well, ethics and really, for me, ethics is putting God first. Because God teaches us through his holy books, right and wrong. Respect for our fellow friends and people in our life. And to not to steal, not to murder, not to do these things. And so, to me, the moral compass of following God is most important. So this is why I actually homeschooled my own children until they were 12 years old. Because I wanted to teach them to put God first. These ethics, these values that are sometimes being lost because of our fast-paced world and the world we live in, of internet, that this is the foundation for success. You must have these values in life first, and then educate, then work hard on top of that. So for me, it was a priority to be a mother and to teach these values.
What advice do you have for parents and educators in fostering a supportive and inclusive learning for enrollment for women and children?
It's very important in a society. It's kind of like a bicycle. It has two wheels, one in the front and one in the back. And I try to think of society, men and women, like a bicycle. The man's in front, but the woman's also just as important. She's not necessarily in the back, but the man has the strength. He has the power. He has the protection, the one who comes in front. Okay? But the women must also be involved in society. They must be able to be educated, have careers, be good mothers, fulfill the plan that's in their life that God has made for them. And then the bicycle goes smoothly down the road.
What do you think about the importance of co-curricular activities?
Extremely important. I made sure each one of my children did something outside of their classroom. What were they gifted at? What talent that God put in them? So some I felt their strength was playing the violin. They wanted to play violin from an early age. Some wanted to be swimmers. Some wanted to play baseball, like cricket. Some wanted to be gymnastics. Some wanted to be ice skater. And so I felt it was very important to develop these extra talents that God had given them outside of school, because it teaches them work hard, failure. They're going to lose many times when they're competing in their sport or their music, and the value of the hard work. They also learn to win. They learn sportsmanship, how to be kind to their competitors. And I think all this training in extracurricular teaches them life skills. How to be a better person, how to succeed in life. Teamwork, all of it.
Ma'am, can you share your vision for the future of women and children education and the goals you hope to achieve through your influence and motivation?
Yes, I believe in the extreme power of a woman, but I'm not a feminist. I also believe in the power of a man at the same time. Both are extremely important and are necessary to have this synergy together to make the world a better place. But I've noticed that women being educated, I know in the U.S., more women are graduating from university than men right now. So I see that women are being developed, and women bring in their leadership when they're leading a company, leading a family, leading a school. They bring compassionate leadership. And I think this is a great value for our society. And I just see women on the rise, and it can do nothing but make our world a better place.
What message would you like to give today's a student?
Mm-hmm. I think every student has goals. All of us have an idea in our head about short-term and even long-term. And when you chase after that dream in your life, it's going to seem impossible. That's why, number one, you need God by your side. Because through the difficult times, He's there. And He's whispering in your ear, you can do it. Keep going. Don't stop. And when you have a dream, no one can stop you but yourself.
Yes.
And stopping you simply means quitting. Yes. And when I'm chasing after a dream, I never give up. It might go this way a little and that way a little, and I might have to make an adjustment. Like, for instance, when I wanted to go to Harvard, I sent in my application, and it came back rejected. And so I thought, maybe it wasn't the plan for me. Maybe I was wrong. And then friends are amazing, the friend said, try again. I'm so glad he said that to me, because I did. And pursued the dream and finished it. And so there's going to be many times in your life where you're going to have difficulties, obstacles, discouragement, even depression about chasing after your dreams. But take a big, deep breath. The sun will come out tomorrow, and keep moving forward. Because when you achieve that dream, wow, there's just nothing like that feeling. The happiness and the joy that comes from going through the struggle, persevering, and making it.
Ma'am, share your experience of visiting School of Enablers.
I have really enjoyed School of Enablers for a variety of reasons. Number one, your staff and your leadership and your teachers are extremely enthusiastic and happy, and they love their job. And this kind of spills over into the students. I see it in every classroom, joy and happiness in each student. I also like the fact that they not only teach the core subjects, reading, writing, math, science, but they're also teaching you to look inside yourself and what is your purpose. You know, we have an author in the United States. He's not alive now, but he said something really, a quote that's amazing. He said, the two most important days of your life is the day you were born and the day you find out why. And the School of Enablers teaches you to look for your why. What is your purpose? What were you born to do? Why are you here? And they like to focus on this and encourage you to be unique and to follow God's plan for your life. Another thing I saw, everyone is dressed smartly. Their hair is fixed nicely. Their classrooms are very clean. The classroom is very organized. And all of the students are very responsive to the teacher's commands. That comes from great leadership.
Thank you for your precious time, and we learned many things from you today. So have a good one. Until next time, we'll come up with another personality. Until then, Allah Hafiz.